Day traders, let's have a little talk. Which is better when trading the NASDAQ, the micros or the minis? We're going to get into that in this video, but first be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel to get more daily content because we're putting out every single day. We are not stopping. We are unstoppable. This channel will keep growing. I can promise you that. Let's get in the video. So which is better, day trading the minis or day trading the micros? We know that the micros are 1/10 the size of a mini, equating to $2 per point. And we know that the minis equate to $20 per point. Massive size difference. And when trading the NASDAQ can move 20, 30, 40 points in a matter of like 5 minutes. So which is better? Which one should you be trading? Well, there's a lot of different answers to this, and I'm gonna dive into 2 of them. One of them is knowing yourself as a trader, what you can handle emotionally and mentally. Not only in trading, not only is there financial risk, but there's emotional risk. What can you stomach? What can your gut handle when trading the minis, right? Because you could be very, very right on a trade. You could just be wrong on the entry, right? And when you're trading a mini, being wrong on an entry could drop you down to like $400 in drawdown before the trade actually runs in your favor. So when you're trading a smaller account, let's say you're trading a prop firm account and your daily drawdown, say you're like a $150,000 prop firm account and the max daily drawdown on that's $3,000. All right. Well, you could be, again, right on that trade, but it run against you before it goes in your favor and you're down $400. Well, now you only have $2,600 of drawdown. And if you kill it because you get emotional, you just shot yourself in the foot, right? But you could have been, again, you could have been right on the trade. Now that's the emotional risk. Now, again, you do have the financial risk, which I kind of just covered. You know, you go in $400 of drawdown and now that only leaves you $2,600 on the day, right? Of drawdown to actually be able to manage. And so trading minis gives you very, very little wiggle room. Now, if you're right on the trades, you can make a lot of money. It is very rewarding. However, trading minis comes at a higher form of risk. So you have to really, determine who you are as a trader emotionally and mentally, but also like what kind of financial risk can you take on these trades using the minis. But then switching over to the micros, the micros is 1/10 of a mini, right? And if just say you wanted to trade a mini size, you could always scale into a mini contract using micros, right? Because 10 micros equals 1 mini. So say you got in on a position, right? Just say 2 micros and it runs against you, but you're right on the trade, right? You have a good, strong idea and a good, strong plan for the trade and it runs against you. And then it starts to kind of come back up into your favor. Then you can start adding into your position and scaling into a mini contract. And you're taking on less emotional risk and less financial risk when it runs against you. I've become a big fan of micros, right? A big fan of micros. And I think you can still carry the same financial weight trading micros because, again, you can scale into a mini, but you can do it safely. I think the micros provide a safe route into trading the size of a mini. Because, again, it's just 10 micros to trade a mini, right? So I think they offer a safe route. We're going to dive into a chart here. And I'm just going to kind of explain what I'm talking about and why I've been kind of favoring the micros over the minis lately. So let's just dive into the chart here. Bang, bang. All right, so we're in the chart. Now, looking at this, heck, I might even take a trade on freaking this video right now, right? Knowing that we've been coming down here, I kind of like the buys down here because we've been holding this support, right? We've been holding the support down here. We're not able to break these lows. So I might favor the buy side. I'm looking at Delta. Delta's not making new lows. I could favor the buy side. Let's just say that I want to take this contract long on a micro. Okay, so I want to take this long. Well, I could take 2 micro contracts and only be down a few bucks if it does break the lows down here. Whereas if I took a mini, say right here at 26, it dropped down to 12, right? So 26 minus 12, that would be 14, 20 bucks a point. Like you can see how that adds up, right? 14 points at $20 a point. That adds up pretty quick versus $2 a point on a micro. So I could favor the long. I do favor the longs down here. I'm going to take 1 micro long just down here just because I like the buy up potential. In fact, I'm going to do 2 micros long down here. I like the potential buy up right here. So anyways, what I was saying is I could take micros down here and my P&L not really be that much risk. Whereas if I trade a mini, I could risk a lot if we broke the lows down here. But as this continues to rise, I could just scale into my position, right? If I wanted to trade a full mini, I could just add on, right? Say we broke this week, we came up in here, kind of just got a little retracement. I could buy on that retracement, add in my position, and let it ride, right? So micros give you a lot of scalability, a lot of room to actually focus on the trade itself, focusing on that trading, because minis take away a lot of that focus because you have too much emotional and financial risk tied to it. Minis kind of take that away from you, especially if you're trading smaller accounts with smaller drawdown. It can be really, really tough. So you want to have that awareness of yourself of what you can really handle as a trader. Now, I am guilty of trading minis. I do like to trade minis. I have traded minis quite a bit in my prop firm accounts, and I've done very well with minis. However, I've taken a step back. I've really just gone into the micros and have focused on that, because knowing I can still trade that same amount of size, I can just slowly work my way into it. And it takes a lot of stress off of me emotionally and mentally in my trading. So I've been really favoring this. I'm kind of watching this trade as I do this video because I feel like we could catch a buy up here. Looking at Delta, Delta's looking pretty good. I feel like we could catch a little bit of a buy up here. So I'm watching this as I talk through this video, but that's just the difference in minis versus micros, right? Knowing yourself as a trader, knowing what you can handle emotionally, and knowing the scalability that micros actually offers in trading, pretty solid. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a push up here. Let's see if it can continue to go. I'm not in too much of a position. This says 8 up here because I'm trading four accounts, right? I have a trade copier. It's only 2 contracts per account, so that's why you see 8 there. But each account's only trading 2 contracts, so not much risk per account. This is just the total P&L amongst all 4 of them. But looks like we're trying to get a little bit of a buy up here. If we break, let's say, if we come back, try to make a new lows down here, or even remotely try to test this, I'm going to go ahead and just get out of the trade. I don't want to risk. I don't want it to come down. And so when I get out of that, I mean, I'm only risking, what is that, 35 points? Or so we'll see. My entry's at 35. My exit's at 22. Stop loss is at 22. So I'm only risking 13 points at $2 a point, right, per contract. And I'm in 2 contracts right now. So I'm not risking a whole lot. Very, very comfortable trading, stress-free. That's what micros are, stress-free. But every trader is different, right? You might have a larger account that you can have a little bit more emotional risk, financial risk with that account because you're trading a larger account, right? So every trader is different. This is more so like for the traders that do have those smaller accounts that have to really think about their emotional risk and their financial risk, because trading minis can wreck you financially and emotionally. So, you know, whatever you can handle as a trader. I'm still watching this because I want to see if we get a push up here. I like the idea of this trade, holding this support, not able to come down lower on this candle. Delta looking good. I like the idea of this run up, at least up until probably like up here at 64. I think would be a good trade. In fact, I'm going to take a profits up there at 64. So if we can get this thing to run up 64, that'd be great. All right, I think I am going to go ahead and just kill this trade. It's kind of hovering in this area. I'm kind of losing my patience with it. I might go ahead and just actually kill this and call it a day. I don't like us hovering here. If we were going to get the push up, I wanted us to go ahead and get that push. So I think I am going to kill this trade and then just call it a day right there. Give it one more opportunity to push up here. See if it does. Oh, there we go. There we go. There it goes. That was a really strong push. Not sure where that came from. That was super strong. Big push. Let's move this up a little bit. Try to widen our take profits here. In fact, let's just take one off, yeah? Lock in a little bit of profit. We got one contract off, and we're going to try to let the other one run. Oh, again, every move up has gotten slapped. That's not a good sign. Every move up got slapped. This is another thing I want to point out with micros too. Notice how long I've been in this trade. This has been like a 15-minute trade almost. And I haven't felt a single bit of stress from this, of worrying about P&L. I have felt zero stress in this trade. Definitely now, because I've closed the one contract in profit and my stop loss on my final contract is in profit as well. But it's a stress-free just trade in general. Even before I took out one contract in profit, I don't feel any stress from this because I'm not risking a whole lot to potentially make a good amount of money, right? That's really what matters here. Risking less to make a lot more. We're still fighting. We need to get past this 59 level or else we're going to get stopped out. Okay, we're stopped out in profit there on the last contract. That's okay. Hey, we still came out with money. I think we came out with like close to $100 on that trade in general. So, hey, we will take that all day long. Again, micros, been my personal favorite for the past like week. I will say I do like trading minis. I have the account size to trade minis. Micros just take the stress off. I'll watch. Now, since it stopped me out, it's actually going to go up and run these wicks. Go figure. All right, guys, I'm going to kill this video. This video lasted way too long. I just wanted to show a live trade just because I was feeling it, and why not, right? So if you guys like this kind of content, be sure to smash the like button down below. Hold up, wait a minute. There we go. If you guys like this kind of content, be sure to smash the like button down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want more daily content, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.